Hello and welcome, I am Garion Reaver, and this is Prison Architect. This is the newest game from Introversion, the makers of Uplink and Defcon, and you design and effectively manage a prison. So in this one, I'll just be showing you my established prison, and then if you want, I can start doing a playthrough of it, starting with a whole new prison. But effectively, you start off with an empty field, and this is the largest one you can get. There are three sizes: small, medium and large. But this game is incredibly buggy. It is bugged through the roof. For example, a load of costs just written in that corner. I didn't know I could do that. There isn't much of a goal at the moment, you just do and see how long you can go. I'll just run through the essentials. Got your deliveries and your garbage, or rubbish rather, and this is when new items and prisoners come in, and this is where you throw stuff out and it's collected. You have a warden's office with a warden. They will be adding named ones in the future. We're on Alpha 4 at the moment. Storage, where you can store deliveries. A generator and a water pump to provide electricity and water. A shower for the prison inmates, the cells to keep them in. A yard to play in, like children, a kitchen to cook food, a canteen in which the prisoners eat the food, a medical ward for people who are injured. This guy is a prime example of a bug. A lot of prisoners who are treated here get bugged and can't move, and the way you fix it is by selecting them and then right-clicking in a cell, and as you can see it says escort prisoner to cell. So this guard is coming to take this man away, and that'll unbug him and he'll be able to move again. But something they added in Alpha 4 was an improved fog of war. I didn't use the old one because I was on Alpha 2 and then I upgraded straight to Alpha 4. But this new one is pretty good. You can see it here, Warden's Office. It's dark because it's like in grayscale because you can't see what's going on. There are no guards to know what's going on in there. And the idea of the fog of war is if cell areas go dark, your prisoners could be doing anything. They could be damaging property, killing each other, and you'd have nowhere to know. So I've got guards patrolling because they have like an area around them. See, that's how big the area is, I think. But I also have these, which are CCTV cameras, and that's why I need these guys. Each of these monitors can support 3 cameras, as it says there. I've got 4 monitors, so there's 12 cameras, and you need a guard in the hot zone to observe. I've got it so the fog of war is on because it's optional, and prisoner intake is not continuous, because you can have it so that you get 5 prisoners a day forever, whereas I would not be able to handle that because, as you can see, I have got very little money. And you have your ingoing and outgoing, and this is based on federal grant. You always get a minimum of 1,500, and you get an additional 100 for each prisoner. So I have got 24 prisoners. And then you have workman costs. All of these guys, they build new things. Guard costs, administrator costs. These are the warden, accountant, and chief, and they sort of give you special advantages. Staff wages is the cooks. And food, I'm not entirely sure. I think that's like $1 per food tray or something, or $1 per prisoner. Yes, it is. Here, $1 per prisoner. Forgot that. So when you get prisoners, they're escorted to a cell, and a cell needs to have a bed and a toilet, and the toilet needs to be connected to the utilities by a pipe. You can give them a bookshelf, which will alleviate boredom. Oh look, those two are clones. They're each given a name and an age, and in the future they're going to be given a rap sheet as well, and a bit of backstory. Each prisoner has needs, which you can't see unless you have a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever. I did have one until I became extremely low on money, and I didn't have the money to keep him on staff, so I fired him. But they've got certain needs, like here, they're complaining because they need to go to the toilet, and he's ignoring the toilet right behind him. They've got, like, toilet, food, boredom, family, so they need to, like, use their phone to call their family. And none of these needs at the moment can kill. So, like, you can starve your prisoners and they won't die, they'll just be more likely to revolt and start a riot. If they start a riot, they'll fight you, fight the guards, fight each other, and as you can see, a lot of these are injured. So 10. I have 10 injured people, including guards and prisoners. Another problem I have is that I cannot afford to feed them all. Oh, that one's got a knife. You can have them searched, at which point a guard should come over. You. Come in here. He's acting suspicious. Oh, alright, he's coming to search him. Wait, where's he gone? I don't know which one he was. Is he Monday? Anyway, my guard will follow him. Oh, no, there he is. It was good Godwin. See, he was found with contraband, a weapon, which is now put into a rubbish bag. And he's now in lockdown for 120 minutes. I don't know if that is in-game time or real time. I haven't managed to work that out. But the purpose of the game is to just build a prison and support as many prisoners as possible, while maintaining order and being able to play people. So he's going to burn his family. And the time is organised in the regime, which is unlocked when you get a warden. And you have sleep time, where they're confined to their cell. Eating time, where they go to the canteen to eat. Free time, which is just when they can do anything, fulfill needs. Yard time, where they have to go into the yard and do exercise or whatever. And then more free time, etc. And then you can allot shower time, but it's best to just let them shower whenever they want. These are all different things you can do. So, like, foundations is to build new buildings. Materials are floor tiles and wall tiles. Rooms, allocate rooms for separate purposes. You can even have an execution chamber. Objects, pretty much everything. Doors, toilets, lights, all of them, and then you can dismantle them to put them into storage until you need them again, and it doesn't cost you to replace them. Utilities are electric and water, and some things like CCTV things need a direct current, while lights here can have a sort of passive one, so you don't need to take it directly to them as long as you've got an electric current going through that room. And I've discovered it's very useful to have them in walls, because then it can use both rooms. Staff, you can hire new staff. These ones are locked out because I haven't unlocked them yet. Bureaucracy, this is unlocked when you get a warden and allows you to unlock all these things. At the moment the lawyer serves no purpose. See, currently serves no purpose because they're removing penalty points. And then deployment is for the guards. You can allocate them to different... Oh god. Punch up. See, the guards are going in, and because I've researched riot guards, they're much better at fighting prisoners. So he attacked staff. Was it just that one? I think he attacked somebody else as well because there's blood everywhere. See, when this CCTV camera isn't looking at them, they're invisible. I don't know that they're there and I can't see what they're doing. And you can... Oh, more punching. Oh, what's that he's got? Prisoners are swearing. What is that? Oh god, it's a vial of poison. How did he get that? And now she's going around healing people, which is very good because they're all on the verge of death. And speaking of which, you've got this valuation compiled by the accountant, so it shows you your value, and again this serves no purpose, but your value can go down if you have seriously injured people like this, unsolved murders, and people who escape. But the doors, you can have them so that anyone can get through, and they look like that, only staff, and they look like that, or nobody at all. And these ones are all staff only, well, these ones here, because I don't want prisoners getting into the kitchen and stealing knives. And also the door outside is right there, and that's usually open, so I don't want them getting in there. It's a very active community as I understand it. When you buy the game, you have access to the wiki and the forums, and they actively encourage you to report bugs and do playthroughs, which is why I'm doing this really. But it's a fun little game. It's got kind of dark humour. I mean, I was watching a guard escort a prisoner to a cell, and before leaving him in there, before uncuffing him, he just started smashing him against the walls. And it didn't hurt the guy, it was just fun to watch. I mean, it's kind of expensive for an in-dev game, but I'd say it's worth it. It can be quite laggy, especially when prisoners have showers and there's a lot of water about. But for the most part, it's not too bad. 6 awaiting solitary confinement, because you can have separate solitary games. Solitary cells, sorry. Here. And that has no requirements. You can put it anywhere, so like I can put solitary there. And now that's that single square there is solitary. So a prisoner's about to be escorted there. So, you know, that's another one of the bugs. See, that guy Young is being escorted to this tile in the middle of nowhere. Can I remove that? What is that? Okay, I can't stop him from doing that. Here's another bug. While prisoners are asleep, sometimes next to their head is a solitary confinement door. So it's this door, but in sort of bronze. And it just appears next to their heads. Or things like a cooker. Never seen that before. A cooker is next to this guy's head while he's asleep. Jail cell. Lots of cookers apparently. But yeah, you get the picture, and it's fun. It's in a you know, a cartoony style. These cells are marked as cells, showers, because it's an architect game. You know, you're designing the prison, and I mean, you could even argue that none of these prisons actually exist. and it's all in the architect's mind, or something like that, where he's sort of like marking these off, and in his head he's filling it. That's it, autosaves every so often. It's like filling this imaginary prison in his head with prisoners and guards, and instead of money, it's the amount of imagination he has to spend on stuff. You could make a reasonable argument for that. If you want me to start doing a playthrough of this, let me know, and I shall do, because I enjoy this game, and in spite of the bugs, it is highly addictive. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later.